Okay. So first we have to connect to the data. Okay. So when someone is asking you, like, I'll just try to write the questions also. The Word document, like first question will be like, see, this is like, so these sessions all are about just to make you prepare to interviews, and I'll tell you how to like answer each and every question. Most of the things I'll tell you. Like, basic common question about yourself. Okay. So in the about yourself itself, you have to tell, like, anyone will tell about yourself. Don't tell very briefly, but just overview of it. So what to tell your about yourself means you have to tell total IT experience, okay, and a relevant experience in Tableau plus SQL. And if you have any other languages, you can tell those information also. And you have to tell on what type of projects you have worked on. If so, you have worked on support projects. Support project means someone has created, or you also created support projects and scratch projects. You have to tell these things, and most ultimately, you have to tell the last one. You have to tell this one, your roles. So, what are your roles? Developing dashboards and sharing to users. Sharing to users. So when you're telling developing dashboards, right? So you have to tell all the things, like you have to explain it briefly, like so developing dashboards means, like, you have to tell what type of dashboards you have dashboards including charts, different types of charts like bar chart, line chart. So you have to explain all those, like pie chart, and you have to tell donut chart. Donut is out of the box chart. So out of the box means donut chart is not available within Tableau, but we have some workarounds. Okay. Out of Tableau box. They will ask you what is the out of Tableau box charts you have created. So only one we have, that is like a donut chart. Okay, I'll tell you few more things. In the last class itself, we have discussed these things, right? So we are telling about, and you're just connecting to the data. So you have to tell you have to create a 3 dashboards, and you are connecting to the. So why do we use SQL? You know, right? So this is the most important question. Like second question will be not second question, like how to improve performance. So this is the question which contains a lot of methods. How to improve dashboard performance. Okay. So they'll ask you how much time your dashboard is taking. So if the dashboard is taking less than or equal to 15 seconds means maybe that is a good dashboard, good performance. Okay. Or you will try to, in ideal case, it should be less than or equal to 10 seconds. Okay. So what is your first step in improving the performance? You write custom SQL. Okay. In the custom SQL, what you do? Anyone will tell? In custom SQL, what you do?
Reduce the size.
We are pulling the
Data
required
sets.
Selecting
fields in from the database.
required columns. Okay. Anyone? Any other thing? Selecting required columns, and other thing.
Data types check చేసుకుంటాం.
We extract. Go for extract. Other than like.
We'll perform ETL and ETL tools.
Sorry. I told you, like while writing custom SQL, what I told you, like mainly we have to select the required columns. Select required columns to develop dashboard. See, you have to daily watch all these things and you have to write all these questions actually. Otherwise, it is like waste how many times I'll tell. Okay. So selecting required columns to develop the dashboard. And what is the second one I told you? So it is we are selecting required columns. And what is the another thing I told you? Anyone? Just try to remember what I told. There are only 5 to 6 questions initially you have to answer very well. Later, like they'll ask you parameters, date fields, and all those you have to practice anyway, all those things. But these are the initial things. These will make impression on you while answering.
To reduce the data size.
Now select. Why do you write SQL actually? In SQL, what I told you, you have to set the required columns is the first one. Second one, we have to use group by function.
ETL one perform this usually.
Group by function to aggregate data in SQL itself. Okay. SQL in the SQL itself, we are trying to aggregate the data. Okay. While aggregating, anyone will tell what we have to use in select statement, how to aggregate the data. Anyone will tell? Why do we use group by function? To aggregate the data. In the group by function, what we mentioned?
Select star and we group by the measures or else the categories depending on it. Dimension usually. Dimensions.
Yeah, in group by function,
Or
mention dimensions. Mention dimensions and measures.
measure
And select.
order by measure or else our requirement.
No, in the select statement itself, we have to aggregate the measures, but we use the group by function to aggregate the dimensions journal. Okay, and we have few more things are there. So, what are the few things? First, we can write create case statements. We'll create case statements. Case statements are nothing but row level calculations.
When condition level.
So based on some conditions, you will write these case statements and all those. I'll tell you these answers just for now. Just remember. So this is one of the this is one option. This is the first point you have to remember. Okay. Generally, how you can say the dashboard is performing good. The second question in general. Dashboard performing good means how to say dashboard is performing good. If it is taking less than or equal to 15 seconds or less than or equal to like 10 seconds. Otherwise, you have to improve the performance of the dashboard. Okay. So we will try to add more points to this one by going when we go on. Let's go. So what is the next question is like, are you using live connection or extract connections in the dashboards, and why we are using this one? Anyone will tell?
We are using extract connection.
Extract. If there is it's a live connection, we change it to extract so that the
data is stored in local.
Okay, first point is we are using extract. Okay, and they will ask you what is the size of the extract actually. Anyone will answer these questions, size of extract. Gokul, like any idea, like
Size of extract means range.
size of the
Like
extract.
30 MB. Size.
30 MB.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the database size is 1 GB, then it takes 20 minutes of time to extract the data.
Okay. What's the exact answer to this question? See, in 5 to 10 classes, right? Like you will be know all the basics and like you will be coming to know. So it is helpful for you discussing like this. Just concentrate on this and just try to answer.
Size of extract, whatever we'll get the extract. How can?
See, they will ask you how many dashboards you have created. For example, I'll just try to answer this one, then you will come to know how to answer this one. How many dashboards? So dashboards, you can say like workbooks actually. Within workbook, we have dashboards. How many workbooks you created in your career? In your career of Tableau. Okay. What is the answer to this one actually? So whatever the number you will tell, right? So generally they can't identify. So there is no fixed thing, right? If you take a project, in that project they don't know how many dashboards or workbooks you have created. So you can tell how many dashboards you want to tell. You can tell that. So for example, if you have 5 years experience, right, at least 5 years of experience, you can say you have created 30 dashboards. Okay. If you say like 7 years of experience, 7 years also you can say 30 dashboards, and that is not a problem. They don't identify generally. Okay. They don't know how many dashboards you have created. So you can say 30 dashboards you have created. And you see, for example, for each and every workbook, right, the data source may be different here. Okay. The data source may be different for each and every dashboard. That's why in one dashboard, we have a extract of size like 2 GB. Like you can say like 1 GB. 1 GB in one dashboard. Like I can say in dashboard 1, the data source, the extract size is 1 GB. In another dashboard, the data size is maybe 7 MB, 700 MB only in dashboard 2. So we have to answer it generally. Okay. In one of the dashboard, so we have created so many dashboards. So in one dashboard, the extract size is 1 GB, and in some dashboards, the data size is around, you can say, don't say exactly. It is coming around 1 GB. Like you can say around, you can answer like around 700 MB. Like this, you can say. In some dashboards, the data size is 300 MB only. Like that, you have to say. For some dashboards. Yeah.
Again, 5 year 30 dashboards means 1 year only 6 dashboards only work for. Okay.
Sorry.
Say 5 years 30 dashboards.
Okay.
So for 1 year only it's 6 dashboards only is coming.
1 year. In 1 year, you can say like 5 to 6 dashboards.
Oh, that's the Tableau developer are doing it.
No, your voice is like. Tell me again. Sorry.
That's the all Tableau developers are doing that only 6 dashboards are per year.
Your voice is a bit difficult to understand actually. Like.
No. What I am asking, you mentioned 5 years for 630 dashboards.
Okay.
For every 1 year, 6 dashboards. So my question is for all Tableau developers, general, they are doing a 5 to 6 dashboard per year.
No, it is around. You can say it is like it is not exact one.
Oh,
You can say around like they don't know how many dashboards you have created actually.
okay.
You can say like in 1 year, you can say 1 year, you can say 2 dashboards only.
Yeah.
It is not a problem like how many dashboards you have created, they don't know actually. Why? Because
Okay.
one dashboard may take 6 months of time also. One workbook. Within one workbook, we create 4 to 5 dashboards, something like that. See, if you take scratch projects, right, they will take 4 to 5 months, 5 to 6 months.
Okay. Yeah.
And in general,
Oh,
you will create 2 dashboards parallelly. You will create one workbook along with the other workbook parallelly. So
okay.
they don't know how much work you have in your project.
Okay. Okay.
That's why you have to make it, you have to generalize it, and you have to think like you have to say in such a way that in general,
Okay.
different projects will be having different different work culture.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in one project they will give you only one dashboard only for one candidate. They
Okay.
don't allow you to. They don't give you 2 projects parallel. But in some
Okay.
projects they will give you 3 dashboards also to work on parallel.
Okay.
So
Okay. Sure.
it depends upon the project and
Most
like
of
that.
the
So
work.
yeah, you have to generalize it. You have to answer. You have to generalize your answer in these cases.
Okay.
Feel like that. And like you can say, they will ask you like sometimes your size of extract. Have you worked with extracts which are more than 2 GB, 3 GB like that? They will be asking you. So that is also a general question. You can say in one dashboard, in some dashboards, we are using around 1 GB of 1 GB. Okay? Something like that. You can see it is all the general questions, but you have to say at least you have used 1 GB of extract. Your data size of in some dashboards you are using 1 GB data source. In some dashboards they are using 700 MB like that. You have to say that is not a problem. Whatever you say, they don't identify actually. Why? Because it depends upon the project to project. Okay. 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 And they will ask you how much time it is taking to extract the data. So I'll simply tell you, you are downloading one film, one movie from some website into your local system. How much time it will take to download? So extract is nothing but what? Extract is nothing but anyone will tell what is the meaning of extract?
So downloading in the local server, there's local desktop.
Getting the data onto the Tableau
Correct.
tool.
So live connection means the dashboard will display data by connecting
real
directly
time.
to the database. So how to tell exactly what is the meaning of live connection? Anyone will answer exactly what is the meaning of live connection?
The data which gets refreshed by the real time, as in if there is a transaction or any data getting uploaded into the server, even the live connection refreshes the data onto the Tableau tool also.
Okay, in general, what is the process from end to end? We'll connect to data. First step is connecting to data, right? Then we'll create a dashboards. Then we'll publish this to Tableau server. Okay. So what you have to say means, what is the meaning of live connection? What you have to say means, whenever the user open the dashboard, okay, it won't simply always get the data from the database. Live connection means whenever the user opens the dashboard, then only the data source will get the data from the database, and it will display the data in the each and every sheet. At that time only it will display the sheet data into the dashboard or sheets. So you have to say answer like this. Whenever the user open the dashboard, so different users will open the dashboards in different timing. Why? Because we publish the dashboard to the Tableau server, right? So from the Tableau server only different users will open. So each user will open the dashboard at different timing. So one person will open at 8 a.m., one person opens at 9 a.m., one person will open at 8:21 a.m. Like that, different people will open their dashboards at different timing. So whenever the person opens the dashboard, then only then this data will connect to the database. It will go to the database and it will get the data from the database, and at that time only it will load the data into the dashboards and sheets. Because of that reason, it will take more time into the live connection. So what you have to answer to the what is the meaning of live connection means, what is the difference between live and extract, or what is the meaning of live connection means, what you have to say means, whenever the user open the dashboard, then the data source will get the data from the database, and it will load the data into the sheet and into the dashboards. So it will take a lot of time based on the data size. You have to say this also. It will take more time based on the data size. So live connections are very slow comparing to the extract connection. That is general answer. And when they ask me about the extract, right? So what I told you when they are asking about the extract. So I'll tell you like, okay. See, live means you have to say like this. When user opens the dashboard in Tableau server, not only in Tableau server, wherever, when the user open dashboards in Tableau server, then live connection gets data from database and try to display in sheets and dashboards. So it will take some time. So live connection performs a bit slower. Okay. So it takes bit time and slow compared to extract connection. Okay. So see, while displaying the data, it get the data from the database and it will display the data in the sheets. See, while displaying the data in the sheet, what will happen? If you are writing some calculations in the sheet, right? If you are using some calculations, right? If you are writing some calculations, it has to calculate all these calculations. So to perform these calculations also, it will take some time. Okay. So you have to say in generalize this one. Okay. So what is the meaning of extract means? So we are extracting the data. So at the meaning of extract means just downloading data from database to local systems. To local system. That is storing or embedding data within workbook. So as we are storing the data within the workbook, right? Now no need to, the data source will not go to the database. Okay. The data source will not go to the database. So it will be very fast. Why? Because the data is stored within the dashboard only, within the workbook only. That's right. Okay. So they'll ask you what is the size of the extract. You have to answer this one. So in different dashboards, we'll be using different sizes. Okay. And so they will ask you what is the highest data size you have used. Highest data means you can say 1 GB of data or 2 GB. It is your choice. That is not a problem. Okay. But at least you have to say 1 GB we have used it till now. Why? Because if you don't tell 1 GB, right, they may think that you haven't worked with large data sets. So that's why you can say at least you have worked with. One second. Yeah. Any question anyone have? Okay. Okay. In general, how much time it will take to extract the data? Time taking to extract the data. So it is also a separate question actually. Okay. So you can say like all these are different separate questions. Okay. Time taken to extract the data. So this is also a general question. Okay. This is also a general question. So what is the answer you can tell is like, if the data is 1, it depends upon data size, you can say. In general, depends on data size. Okay. So in general, 1 GB may take 1 GB of data may take like 30 minutes. Like you can say 40 minutes. 40 minutes in tab to desktop. And you know how much time it will take in Tableau server to extract the data? See, we can extract the data within Tableau desktop or within Tableau server also. For example, assume that in Tableau desktop it is taking 40 minutes of time. Then can anyone will tell or estimate how much time it will take in Tableau server?
20 minutes. Less time.
Yeah, less than Tableau desktop. Why? Because Tableau desktop means your local system is less configured. Your local system is having 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM, right? But Tableau servers are of 128 GB RAM and all those. And internet connection is also very high actually. So that's why it may take only 5 minutes also sometimes, or maybe around 10 minutes it will take in Tableau server. So then you can say, then you tell me like, you can say other question also, like maybe 700 MB data may take how much time? Maybe you can make it around, not the exact one, in Tableau desktop. Okay. And it may take only 5 minutes in Tableau server. Why it is taking this much less time in Tableau server? Because of server high configuration. Okay. High configuration, and you have to write all those things here. Okay? Because server is configured highly. Okay, so now I will ask you a question. In general, if you use Tableau desktop or Tableau server to take the extract, just let me know. You will use Tableau desktop or Tableau server to create the extract. So it is your choice, I can say. See, if it is taking only less than 40 minutes like that, right? See, sometimes we have 2 GB of data also. Okay. So 2 GB of data, they may take 2 hours of time. 2 hours in desktop. Okay. In that case, what we will do, we will use like only 15 minutes in Tableau server. In Tableau server. So in that cases, right, we will use Tableau server to extract the data. Now, it is a very important question. How to extract the data in the Tableau server? We can extract the data in Tableau server also, but in general, so create empty extract, creating empty extracts and publishing. What is the meaning of creating empty extract? They will ask you. See, if you are directly creating the extract in Tableau desktop, right, that is no need to go for creating empty extract. But if you want to extract the data within the Tableau server, right? Sometimes we have to create empty extracts. So what is empty extract and all those, right? So for this, we have a video. Just go through that video. So I don't want to tell you that here. So there is a bit process is there. So we have to use parameters and all those for this one. Okay, so just go to this link. Okay, gvcartech.com tableau/b32html. So this is the link where we have the previous batch videos. In this previous batch videos, go to parameters. So we have a class 34 is parameters 1, 35, 36, 37, right? In the class 37, we have a concept called Boolean parameters. So in these Boolean parameters, I have explained how to create empty extracts and how to publish this extract to the Tableau server and how to refresh the data in the Tableau server. So just go through this one. Okay, so just go through this one by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And if you don't understand something, right, then we can discuss on this bit later. Okay, so I don't want to tell you all these concepts because it will I'll tell you only those concepts like which are important with respect to interview purpose, as well as sometimes they're important in the real time also. Okay. Okay, so till now we have discussed yesterday. Okay, the live extract. See, so I told you two types of connections, live connection and extract connection, right? Along with this, we have one more type of data source are there, which are called published data sources. So this is the link where we have all our topics. Okay, gvcartech.com tableau_notes tableau.html. So this is the link where you can see all the topics. So in this, you can go for you can see live connection, extract connection. Along with this, we have one more type is there, that is called published data sources. Okay, so we can discuss about this published data sources a bit later, but so today we'll try to continue on the next thing. Okay, so the last class, what we have till what point we have done in the last class? Anyone remember? So and I asked you to go through the in the same link, right? I asked you to go through dashboard 1 design, class 2, class 3, class 4. But first I told you to go to the class 4. Or you can go through 1, 2, 3 also, 2, 3, 4 class also. But just to go to the class 4 is very important. So in this class 4, we have discussed about how to publish a dashboard to the Tableau server. And while publishing, what are the options we can see? Okay, while publishing, what are the options we can see? So this class is not, I'm just trying to repeat again and again, this class is not about to tell continuously. So I'll give you some tasks, I'll give you few things to you. So just go through those videos and come up with some questions, whatever you have, and we'll continue on the next thing. So this is a project actually. So in the last class, what we have done, we have connected to the MySQL database and we have created 3 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. And we are putting all these sheets in a dashboard like dashboard 1. And what we have done in the last class, we are publishing this dashboard to the Tableau server. So they'll ask you these questions also, how to publish a dashboard to the Tableau server. Okay, so this is also an important question. Don't neglect these questions. Why? Because this is the very basic question. If you don't answer correctly this question, right, this basic question, right, then they will understand that you did not work in real time, and they also think that even though you don't work in real time, that is not a problem, but you don't know the process. You don't know the basic process of publishing dashboard to the Tableau server. So if you don't tell the basic things also, right, then they won't select you. So this is the basic question. In general, most of the interviews, they'll try to avoid this question. They don't ask you this question. But some people will try to test you like, basics or not. If you are good in basics, they will go to next level questions. If you are good in the next level 1 questions also, they will go to level 2 questions like that. So if you are stuck in the first question itself, right, basic question, right, then they won't go to the next question also. So that's why you have to remember how to publish workbook to Tableau server. So all these are basic questions actually. Okay, like and you have to remember, why do we create dashboards? Anyone will tell why do we create dashboards in Tableau?
To show all the sheets data in a single sheet
Data
so that
visual.
it will be like a storytelling, or else we get all the information from a single page.
Hmm? And like Gokul, can you answer this thing?
To define data insights.
No. Just see what we have done yesterday. We have created sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3.
Yes, sir.
And the requirement is the user want to see all these sheets together. They don't want to navigate to each and every sheet. They want to see all the sheets together. So if the user want to see all the dashboards together, right, then we will create dashboards. Not only the user want, in general, even the user is asking or not, we will create dashboards. So in the dashboards, we'll put all the sheets together in a dashboard. We'll put all the sheets together in a dashboard, and after that, we want to do some formatting to all the sheets, or we'll design the dashboards, that is called layouts. So, but in general, you can say we'll put all the sheets together in a dashboard, and we'll do some formatting and layout to the sheets and dashboard. So what type of formatting they will ask you? So you can simply click on the layout option. For example, I want black color. So we have sheet title. So this is the sheet title, and this is the content in the sheet. So for the sheet title, I want black color. So right click on the sheet 2, just click on the format title and go to the shading. Simply click on the, like, what are the color you want, like red color or blue color, like that. Okay. So what is the meaning of dashboard means? Why do we create dashboards in Tableau? What you tell me, like this. We place all sheets in a single place in dashboard. Okay. So user can see all dashboards in single place. Single place. And to format and layout the dashboards and sheets. Okay, you can see. So they will ask you what are the different options that are available in the dashboard. So you have to remember what are the options that are available in the dashboard. So you can say layout option is there. So using the layout option, we can color any object. We can do the formatting of any object using layout. So for example, if I place text object here, so just write something in the text object. So for this text object, I want a black color background. So select this text object, go to the layout here, go to the border. So why do we use layout means, if you want to if you want to give some border, or if you want to give some background color to the object, or we can do padding, outer padding, and we can do inner padding for the objects. So if you want to format the object, right, then we use the layout button. Okay. So for example, you can select a particular object here, that text object, go to the layout option, give some border. So I can give dotted colors like red color, and I can make the thickness of this line. And I want to give black color background. So maybe hash color background like this. And I want to do some outer padding. What is the meaning of outer padding? I want a gap of sheet 3 and this text object. As of now, I don't have any gap between this text object and outer sheets, other sheets. So if you want some gap between this text object and outer objects, right, then go for outer padding. For example, make the outer padding is like 30. Now you see there is a gap of 30 pixel between the border and outside object. So just remember, what is the meaning of outer padding? Outer padding means it will give you the space between the border and outer objects, left side, top, right side, bottom also. If you don't want any gap on the top side, right, then what you can do, go to the outer padding, simply unselect all sides are equal and go to the top here, make it 0. Now you see there is no gap between the border of this object and top and other objects, top side. Now, what is the meaning of inner padding? Outer padding means it will give you the space between border and outside object or outside content.
Inside,
Inner padding means
inside text.
it will give the space between border and inside content. So this border and inside we have this content, this text is there, right, inside. If you want some space between this border and inside content, just go for this inner padding. Just unselect all side equal, go to the left side and make it 10. Now you see there is a gap of some 10 pixel between the border and inside content. Okay, like that. So there is a main difference between the outer padding and inner padding. So like that you can say. So this is the overall thing I'm just telling you. So like that you can select any object. Object means I can say sheet. So if you go to objects, right, I can say object as a sheet or object as a horizontal container, object as a vertical container, object as a text. Like this, I explained you what is a horizontal container and all those in the dashboard design. So just go to this dashboard design 1 and 2. I'll explain to you what is the horizontal container, what is a vertical container, and I told you all those things. So just go through that one and go to the class 4 also. And in the yesterday I told you. So see, as it is a project, right? So you should be aware of all the topics actually, first of all. So it is very difficult for you to go through all these videos at a single time, right? So that's why I'm telling you one by one actually. So the main important thing I told you yesterday is like go through this like date function, and I ask you to go through video 2, 3, and 4. So daily I will give you some assignments and all those. And today I'm asking you to go through the parameters class 38, where I have explained you about empty extracts, how to create empty extracts and all those. Okay. See, even though 5 years experience person also don't know how to create these empty extracts. So they'll follow a blind method, like they'll try to extract the data within the Tableau desktop itself. Okay, they'll try to extract the data within the Tableau desktop itself, and it is taking more than 2 hours sometimes also. So it is not a good method. So if it is taking around 30 minutes, right, you can extract the data within the Tableau desktop. But the extract is taking more than 30 minutes, like 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, right? Then don't use the Tableau desktop for creating the extracts. Then what you do? Create the empty extract, publish this extract to the Tableau server. In the Tableau server, try to refresh this extract. Then this extract will be refreshed within 15 minutes, like that. Okay, so just go through all those videos. Okay, so even you go through hundreds of videos, that won't help you in cracking the interview. Okay, so just follow my class like what I did. Now, one of the most important questions they will ask you in the real time is like, tell me about your project. Okay, so this is one of the important questions they ask you the interviews. So all the projects are having same type of most of the thing, 90% of the projects using the same method what we will discuss now. Okay, so one of the thing I will tell you. See, so in general I will tell you, like for example, you have started a business. Okay, you have started a business. In the business, what you do, for example, if you start a business on the day one, what you do, you will put some target, right? You will put some target like, so this day I want to get at least 2000 sales, or I want to get at least 10,000 rupees sales. I want to make it. You will put a target like this. Okay. So target means what? It is a planning. Target or plan, I can say. Planning, I can say. Target or planning. So all the big companies will put some target. What is the target they will put? In the next year, I want to make $100 million revenue. Okay. Revenue or they can say sales. So this is the target or this is the planning they will have. But when the day one completes, right? When the day one completes, okay, then only you will come to know how much sales you have, how much revenue or how much sales you have made. I can say day one, or I can say month one, or I can say in general in real time, they will put these targets by year wise or by month wise. They don't put the targets for month wise actually. Day wise, they won't put any target actually in general. Okay. So in general, they put targets year wise only. Month wise also they don't put any target, but you can say month wise. You can say month wise or year wise. They have some plans. They have some targets. But after completing the year one or month one, then only you will come to know how much sales you have made. You are putting a target of $10,000. But after completing year one, or what is the actual sales you made, you are able to achieve only $8,000 only. You are able to make $8,000 only revenue or sales. So, see, I'm just going slowly and step by step here. So, very important for you to understand. In real time, most of the projects we will do this thing. They will have some planning. They put some target. According to these targets, right? They will try to recruit sales managers, or they will try to give some advertisements. Okay, so they will put some target here, and to meet these targets, they will do some advertisements in the TV like that, in social media like that. Okay, so they will recruit also sales managers. So they will try to recruit the sales managers also to meet this requirement. Like that, it will be like in the real time. Okay, so most of the time, tell me about your project means you can say like this. In our project, we are comparing so just you can say we are comparing target versus sales. So it is the most important thing you have to tell. Comparing target sales versus actual sales. What is the actual sales? When the year completes, right, then only you will come to know what is the actual sales. Or when the month completes, right, then only you will come to know actual sales. But target sales is, you will put the target sales for the next year or for the next month. You will put the target in this month only, or in this year only. You will put a target. I want to achieve this much of sales. Okay, so they will ask you what type of charts you are using for this chart. What type of charts you are using for this comparing the actual sales and target sales. Anyone will tell what type of charts we can?
Line charts.
Line chart. Okay. Any other person?
Well, axis charts when I use charts.
Line chart, bar charts.
Line chart.
Stacked bar charts. Stacked observed.
So just remember, we have two types of measures here. So target sales is the measure one, and actual sales is the measure two. Okay, so we should have two types of charts. One is for measure one and one is for measure two.
Dual
So
axis charts.
always targets will be like Gantt bar. I'll tell you different types of charts are there. I can use Gantt bar for target, and I can use actual for bar chart. as well as a bar chart. So you can use anything. So what you can do here is just to go through the YouTube, just to go through Google, like just try target versus actual sales charts. Just type like this. So you will get so many types of charts here. You will get so many types of charts here. So we'll try to discuss each and every one. You see, this is the one most widely used. Target is in the red color, and that should be in the Gantt bar. So this is a Gantt bar actually. And whatever you see blue color line, right? So this is a actual sale. So we'll try to discuss this one by one tomorrow. Okay, not today. But so just to go through all the questions and all the things what I have discussed today. So you have to spend some time here. You have to spend 1 hour or 2 hours of time to complete the videos and all those. See, simply telling the classes don't make you perfect actually. Okay. So all these are charts actually. So I will tell you different types of charts we will use for comparing the actual sales and target sales. Okay, so maybe we will try to discuss about 4 to 5 types of charts. Okay, so while discussing these type of charts, right? So you have to, meanwhile, you have to go through all these questions, all these videos. Let me tell you. So these are, so first to go through how to create an empty extract. That is the important thing. So they will ask you in the real time. In the interviews also they will ask you how to get empty extracts. So first to go through this class 38 video, and that too, if you are able to spend some time, right, go through the entire video, or maybe just check where we have from which time we have discussed the this creating empty extracts. So you can go through this video, or just go through YouTube also, or just go through Google also. Go through Google and just see how to create an empty extract. And you are already having MySQL details, right? So just use the MySQL database to connect to the data source, and to create the empty extract, use the MySQL database and publish this data source to the Tableau server, and see and refresh the data source in the Tableau server. If you don't know anything, how to refresh the data source in Tableau server, how to publish the data to the Tableau server, right? Just to go through Google. Just to go through Google. First, try to be perfect in the how to create empty extracts. Even though you don't understand the concept here, I will explain you the concept. That is not a problem. I will explain you the concept, but just try to remember the steps to create the empty extract. Just try to remember the steps to create the empty extract. And I will explain you the concept here, but just try to remember the steps. Then try to go through, after that, try to go through the class 5 video, sorry, class 4 video, publishing the dashboard to the Tableau server. Then go through the video I shared you, right? Go through all the functions. When I say functions, right, don't go through what is the use of each function. No need to learn about what is the use case of each and every function. Just try to remember how many date functions we have. I can say like this. Just try to remember, I have str function, I have date parse function, I have year function, I have quarter function, we have date part function, we have date name function, we have date add function. Just try to remember those. Later, try to go through what is the use of each function. If you have time, go to that video what I shared you. In that video, I explained you what is the use of each and every function, date function. Okay. In that way, it will be very easy for you to, while creating the dashboard, right? You can answer how to achieve a particular type of requirement if you know the function. Okay. Okay, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow, and we'll try to discuss how to compare the actual sales and target sales. Anyone have any question?